Hey, Jelly Belly back with another video. I hope everyone's having a good day. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. This video is about taking your man out on a date. I was recently looking at something on social media and it was talking about should women take men on dates? And it was kind of interesting, the comments that were underneath the post, because a lot of women were not really that excited. Some of them were like, hell no, you take a man out on a date, he's still going to cheat. But I personally feel like the situation has got so bad between men and women that it's important that we try to do stuff to bring some kind of order back into the black dating scene. A lot of people talk about how much they care about black love, but there isn't a lot of black respect. In the black community, dating and hookup culture, or dating and hoe culture, are synonymous. You know, people just, they think sleeping with a person means you're dating. And unfortunately, a lot of women don't understand that just because a man finds you attractive enough to sleep with you, even if he's sleeping with you regularly, it doesn't mean to say that he takes you seriously enough to marry you. And this is why you have a lot of women out here who are broken. They're disappointed, they're angry with black men, they don't have a lot of time or respect for black men. And what's really happened is this woman wants to believe so badly that this man wants her, or she feels like she can manipulate him through sex enough that she can convince him to be something that he's not. You know, and the thing is this, a man's satisfaction level when it comes to relationships with women or interactions with women is often a lot lower than a woman's satisfaction level. And I'm just frying something, so if you hear any noise in the background, that's what it is. Men are going to categorize women into pretty much three categories. You know, somebody that they're just sleeping with, they don't even respect you, they don't want to see you, you know, be seen with you in public. You're a last minute you're basically the backup plan. You're the last resort when they need someone to sleep with, but you know, that booty call that, you know, you just come, do your thing, don't ask for anything, just leave kind of thing. Then you have the chicks that guys are entertaining in terms of, I like you, you're not really offensive to me, maybe we can go out and do stuff. You know, you're on the way to girlfriend kind of status. You know, I don't dislike you enough to not be seen with you in public, but you know, I wouldn't necessarily marry you. At least I don't know if I want to marry you now, which often means I probably don't want to marry you ever, because guys often know when they want to marry a chick, you know. And then there's the chicks that they really have a lot of respect for and they take seriously, and at any time a woman can do or say or do something that can either get her promoted in his eyes or demoted. But I think a lot of the time where it falls is where it lies. Where they meet is where they stay. What women often try to do is then project their feelings onto men. They try to force them into feeling things they don't feel. They try to manipulate them through sex. And as a result, they end up getting themselves into a lot of problems. The more sexual partners a woman has, the more she's going to feel depressed, the more she's going to feel taken advantage of. It's going to affect her mentally. It's going to affect her emotionally, because she's starting to bond to these different guys through the act of sex. And then when they don't reciprocate those feelings, she's going to feel betrayed. She's going to feel used. You know, that can cause her to become angry. It can make her be more irrational. So it's important to understand that if you are a woman, you know, not giving out the sex is something that's going to protect you in the long run from getting hurt. Okay? When it comes on to dating, dating is basically just getting to know somebody enough to know if you want to be exclusive. It's not any kind of sexual acts. It's not naked pictures. It's certainly not sex. You know, it's spending quality time with the person outside of the bedroom so you can figure out if you would like to be exclusive with this person. Then if you go to exclusive, really and truly you're becoming exclusive because you want to court, you want to see whether, you know, you're moving towards marriage. And if the person is not suitable for marriage, then you just, you know, you break it off. So it's important for women to understand that just because a man is willing to sleep with you, it doesn't mean to say that he loves you or that you're getting over on him and, you know, your sex is so good that he's just bamboozled now and he can't see, and you know, he's just falling in love. He's in love with the sex, but he's not necessarily in love with you as a person. Okay? We obviously have an issue nowadays with a lot of usury. A lot of people are being used to fill a gap, to fill a void, to pass the time, get validation. And so I encourage women that yes, you should be able to pay for dates, or if he says, let's go, you know, Dutch, you have money to pay for your share of the food, it's going to help the man to understand that you're not there just for his money. Because there are women who like to be taken out on dates, have things given to them, gifts, get their bills paid, and they have absolutely no desire to be committed to that man in a relationship. And that's sad, because in the same way women don't like to be exploited sexually, men don't like to be exploited financially. You know? So actually being caring enough to understand this man has his hard-earned money and he doesn't want to have it, you know, taken advantage of, is a good thing. So with that being said, if you do want to take a brother out on a date, I just compiled like a quick list of things that, whether it's in the early stages, or if you are in a relationship and you want to take your man out somewhere nice, these are some of the things that came to my mind. I did a quick search online and you can do the same. So I was thinking kayaking, go-karting, shooting, going to the shooting range, taking him to a sports game. He might not like sport. Like, I'm not saying he dislikes sport, but just if there's a local team playing, a picnic with all his favorite food, no matter how random that food could be. You know, if the starter is a bowl of Skittles, it is what it is. You know, a lot of men, they actually don't necessarily need expensive dates. They do appreciate quality time. So just driving to a new part of town or your neighborhood and taking in the scene, or going for some food. I've heard of people, I have friends who are married and they're like, I've sent flowers to my husband's workplace on his birthday. And you know, you got to remember, a married man or a man in a relationship is always more desirable to other women than a man who's single, because that man clearly is not afraid of the one thing that a lot of women say they're looking for, which is commitment. If he has qualities that make him so desirable that he wants to be married and a woman wanted to marry him, other women are going to see that and they're going to feel like, oh, I wouldn't mind being his bit on the side, or maybe I can snatch him away. So when you do certain things like send your man to work with a lovely lunch, put a little note in there, you know, send a bouquet of flowers, with some chocolates for him to share with his co-workers or something, it sends out a very clear message that you have a good woman, and his eyes are going to be on you, because he doesn't have to look at Keisha at the water fountain. He doesn't, because, you know, I always say to people, you know, a shoulder to cry on becomes a body to lie on. This is how we have so many workplace affairs and things like that, because people start out going to work and they're happy to escape the problems they have at home because they've got a little friend at the workplace. And then they start hanging out more and more. They become more pally-pally. And before you know it, an affair has started. So little things like this, I know that's not a date, but it's like a treat, you know, or a lunch date. You can meet your man in the lunch break and bring him some food. I was thinking, what was the other thing I was thinking? Picnic, arranging a picnic on the beach. A lot of men like to play. They love to have fun. That's why they love to do sport, because they want to burn energy off. When they go to the workplace, when they go around their friends and their family, even around their women, they often have to suppress a lot of emotion. They have to filter everything. So they want opportunities to cut loose. So you could do things like surfing lessons. You could just set up a ping pong table in the kitchen, and or, you know, a string in the back garden, and go and play a little badminton or something. What else? I was thinking of a yacht expo. You know, just go and look at some beautiful multi-million, you know, dollar boats, boat shows, car expos. A lot of men like culture. Maybe get dolled up and go to the theatre. Take him to an art exhibition. Show him that you're also cultured, that you have, you know, intelligence, that you like to go out and do things that's going to expand your horizons. Rally days. Either a driving experience or taking him to a car show. And there were some others that I was thinking, you know, taking him to somewhere from his childhood. If he had a good childhood, drive through his old neighborhood, or a place that he used to love to eat, see if it's still there, and treat him, because they like to reminisce on the things that they used to do as young people as well. So these are just some ideas that came into my head when I was thinking, where could you take a man on a date? Because, you know, he's not necessarily just going to want to eat at a restaurant unless he has a favorite restaurant. And then it's fine. He's going to be happy to order whatever he wants on the menu and not be footing the bill. So, you know, even things like a movie night with all his favorite food and the things that a movie he would like to watch. A lot of men would like that because they enjoy spending quality time with their women when they have it. He's going to appreciate the effort. He's going to appreciate the thought and the fact that the date is not centered around something that's very girly. It's more something that he is going to enjoy. So I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any suggestions of your own, things that you either think you would do or things that you have done, drop it in the comment section. Like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you for your time. Peace.